He's not there to stop them. He's actually fading way back to B, so right now a catwalk hit, if they can get down there fast enough with Zeus and Edward all the way down toward long, it's actually extremely possible that they could just swarm Guardian. So one more smoke on catwalk does delay them further. EnVyUs is now trying to play the time game. 52 seconds, Apex throws one more smoke down.
Fake.
But it is exactly that. A fake and sees now actually makes the right call because being this far back toward B, he's in the right position when they come through, but close to the boxes, won't spot them until they're in front of him. Only manages one, Devil gets the other with the Map 10 on the way through. And although the bomb was dropped initially, it's Flamey that does massive work inside of the site, turns back to the window, but MBK and Happy do eventually go through the tunnels. Zeus lurks late over from A and catches off Happy, but it's NBK inside of the site with bomb, and he's facing this, but the longer he faces, okay, Edwards rotated back. I was gonna say this could leave him in the open. He switches to the M4. I don't know why he doesn't just go for the plant there. He's got so much time and no one's near him.
He's trying to get to the point where that's the play they're going to assume he's going to make at that stage. I think, oh, he's going to try and get the money. We can start pushing him. He goes for that face. I would have preferred him to keep the AWP in that scenario. Picks up the M4, goes to the spray down. Doesn't work out. This is all down to Flamey, though. Great strong arms in towards that B side just when they needed it as well. We saw that A fake coming in from EnVyUs. Like we said, the play once the CTs realized they had Mach 10s, I think everyone thought they were going to be dropping down the CT spawn. Smokes, flashbangs going over, then they make the fast play towards middle. Get that kill towards the B doors, but it wasn't quite enough. Flamey just too strong for them there. NBK unable to deliver the goods in the clutch situation. So we go into round number 5. Of course, EnVyUs do have enough to get rifles into this one, but you can see that NaVi's money has been affected. They're down to a scout and UMP on Guardian, so we'll see if they can hold on to this one. This would be a hard reset for the CTs if they were to lose this round, so definitely justified purchase from EnVyUs.
See if they can make it work over toward catwalk one more time, but Zeus up close, goes for the flash in, doesn't even land a shot, but it's Guardian that's still here. He was the one that tried to flash the first time. UMP gets the shot, and they still have 2 players toward the catwalk. Massive damage done onto Kenny as well.
Got the bomb as well,
Yeah, perfect. Now they can switch to the AK. Guardian rushes forward, has to switch it and drop back out. That allows Happy to get the kill. And Edward's actually fallen off this, so they've got the bomb back now. But look at C's position on this side of the door. You come back down catwalk, I'm ready for it.
It's a difficult shot there with a scout. You can see now EnVyUs trying to work out how they can make their next move. They've picked up the bomb, and that's the shot I'm talking about. Had to be a headshot at that stage. Sees, doesn't land it just yet, but still once more. Another shot fired towards the terrorist, but not able to land it just yet. 3-on-3 still. Kenny has very low HP.
And Edward's gonna push long. He's got the read that they were all on catwalk. He's trying to catch them off right now because if they read C's alone inside of that B site with only a scout, it's gonna be a huge problem. And now Edward goes for the flank, finds Happy, and a great play from C's up close from that scout. Really good read from Edward on that play, and now Kenny, low HP, into the site, seized. He's gone outside toward the window, and the AK, yes, the favorable weapon in this situation, but had to hit the headshot, make it quick, because one body shot from that scout would have worked. Goes for the safe plant behind the stack. But it is inside the window. Edward nearly missing the shots, makes it a little bit awkward, but they'll get the defuse.
Had Kenny got that kill, could have been very interesting indeed, but there it is then. EnVyUs, a massive round for them. Like I said, could have reset NaVi. They actually went for a little bit of a gamble there. They stacked 3 players towards short. We saw they're up against the ropes in terms of the buy-up there. They had an SMG, a scout, 1 M4, so they tried to hedge their bets towards catwalk and found those initial exchanges and dropped the bomb, had a smoke, had time to fall back and reposition themselves. And as you said, Edward with a lovely flank at that point. They kind of read that all 3 terrorists would be together towards middle. He comes in the back, finds one, funnels them towards the big bomb site, and then it's an easy situation with Kenny on very low HP there. So round number 6, we can see a partial buy coming in for the terrorists here. They've got Desert Eagles, body armor, and Tech 9s. They've got a couple of smoke grenades as well. Normally on these rounds, you're going to be going for the mid split. You want to be smoking towards CT spawn, trying to get the bomb down, have one player maybe focusing towards upper B, and then flashing over for that post-plant situation. There is going to be Guardian towards middle though of an AWP. That is a problem. And maybe that may reposition EnVyUs, make them reconsider their options there.
And they are going to group up again. Catwalk default. Strong presence from EnVyUs. Zeus not ready for the drop this time to play off Guardian. He's over toward the car and on the ramp, but still has the rifle in decent position. Guardian flashed off, is going to fade away. Edward's still anchoring that long position, gives Guardian that ability to stay safe, control his peaks when they get closer to the platform. But Guardian gets obliterated by a deagle shot from Apex. That makes it interesting, but suddenly it all comes back because Flamey and Edward, pretty swift to act. And they'll grab that AWP and give that back to Guardian.
Yeah, NaVi reading that very well indeed. Repositioning themselves, making sure they're very deep on towards the bombs. I didn't give EnVy really anything to work with. They picked up a couple of frags and taking down Guardian as well. Made it a bit more expensive, but ultimately it's going to be 3-3 now. We go into round number 7. And full buy for both teams. NaVi bringing out the double orb setup as well. Seed, phenomenal against CLG with the AWP. He showed us what he can do on this map. So let's see whether he can deliver. He'll be more of the turret role in this position, and then Guardian's actually going to be pushing off short now, aggressive, going for that first pick. There is a player in lower B though, so needs to be careful. They do spot him as well. Now he has to fall back.
It's a good face early. Guardian can be quite actually quick in the position to catwalk. We've seen him go all the way out to mid, hit shots down on Suicide and fade away, but this time they get into position. Apex not spotted up to take the shot, so but does force him back, and this gives them a little bit more map control.
EnVyUs still have pretty much all of the utilities here. 5 smokes available, so just trying to edge their way up towards catwalk here, but it's seized. They get the shot of the KennyS very quick indeed. Now he can fall back. Man advantage granted towards NaVi.
Guardian's still here. He's still got this angle held. Devil gonna go for the flash, but Guardian hits him. The jump shot. Tries to bait out to see if he's even there, and guess what? He is. Now they're down 2 men on the EnVyUs side. Apex gonna face Guardian again with the headshot.
That's so sick. Most teams would just be falling that at this point, but Guardian, he's in the zone. You can feel it already. Dust2 is his playground. That's 2 frags for him this round. 5 on 2 now. Happy has picked up the AWP. They're running out of options rapidly at this point. MBK trying to face towards CT spawn, see if he can pick everything up, but there it is. Edward with a flank. Doesn't work out, and EnVyUs find 2 frags out of nowhere. They are going to be very low HP, but Flamey does manage to take down MBK. That should be the round secured at this point, but an admirable effort at this stage. Happy now, the last remaining player of 20 seconds, has got the bomb and making his way towards the B sides.
So pull back 2 kills to give themselves a chance, but still a massive job, and they're going to be in perfect position. C's going to see that smoke. They try and get in a better position with that AWP. Happy hits the first shot, though, jumping up. And if he can find and isolate C's in the back of the site, there was a chance, but had no idea they would both be there.
So a 5 on 2, going down to a 2 on 1. That's actually pretty impressive from EnVyUs to actually get anything out of that round. They don't win it, but they do some economical damage towards the CTs. I mean, they have to reinvest pretty heavily into this one, but headline is now that's 4 rounds in a row for NaVi, looking very strong indeed, especially Guardian, the replay on his screen right now. So precise. Coming into this tournament late, seems like it hasn't affected him whatsoever. It's been absolutely lights out. And we go into round number 8 now. It's going to be 4-3 in favor of NaVi, and we've got the pistols on EnVyUs. Another partial buy coming in, and it's going to be aggressive from Edward towards shore. He gets taken down by the P250, quickly rectified by Zeus as he gets the HE kill on towards Happy there. So 4 on 4 still, heavily favors Natus Vincere, you have to say, with Flamey that MP7 as well. Looking for frags, does not work out though. Now, C's under a lot of pressure.
He's just under a ton of pressure, and unfortunately, won't prevail in that situation.
Wow.
So Guardian has to rotate over late. Zeus gonna try and take tunnels, but Devil's already in a position to try and shut that down. Guardian just getting toward the window. Has to hold the angle and hope someone makes a careless peek. Pops the smoke in. Molotov goes to the back corner, so Guardian has less angles to look at, but as he finds one, MBK timed his peek perfectly. And Zeus gets one inside of the door, but Devil's there. Now it's back to 4s. EnVyUs, good response after getting reset early on.
Just a partial by there as well. P250s and some Deagles doing what they could, and it's actually Edward pushing off towards short. He was going for that aggressive face. They've read the situation pretty well as well. Actually, they had an SMG. They're expecting an eco coming into that one. And as soon as Edward dropped, they started repositioning themselves. Fast play coming into that B site, and C's, we saw how much pressure was applied toward the back of the site. Couldn't land his shots. And that's actually a massive round there for NaVi, because that's actually fully reset them here. You can see now they're the ones on the eco. KennyS has picked up the AWP, so this is actually looking pretty grim for NaVi going forwards. Guardian pushing towards the long doors now with that Desert Eagle, seeing if you can find the next frag, but look how passive EnVyUs are being. They're making sure they're not giving anything away at this stage. This is how you should be playing the anti-eco rounds, making sure you do a full default, see what the CTs are presenting to you in terms of an aggression, or you can actually work out what kind of buy they have, then you want to be retaking or just choosing a position to go together, using the buddy system and getting frags together. That's not how you do it. That's the opposite of what I was explaining, Map. You don't go out by yourself, get dropped, and then have no return. That's horrendous.
He just did it so you could have your seminar with an example. That's
yes, he needs to attend.
He wanted to prove your point.
Yeah, well, that's just a horrible decision on his account. It's just no reason to do that. But there it is, man advantage now in favor of NaVi, and they've managed to pick up a rifle unscathed as well.
And they'll take it. Why not? Add it where they can. Flash goes in, NBK, Devil. Gonna work in tandem with Kenny, who tries to find the opening pick. It's Flamey that shoulder beats it better than that. He gets the deagle shot as well. And watch out, because in that corner, that's where the rifle's gone. Perfect setup in this situation, and they all get mowed apart. And you're dead right, Henry. You give away that one rifle, look how much it haunts them now.
Absolutely. Absolutely, that's actually be 3 frags for him now, and they pick up the AWP round over, all because of that silly mistake that just didn't have to happen. As I was explaining, I kind of made it very black and white. I think almost every top player knows how to play these anti-eco rounds. Giving away a kill like that against some of the world's best team, like NaVi, for example, that's going to be so detrimental to you going forward. You can't give them an inch because those guys will take a mile.
That's such a problem. Zeus finds Happy, can't even save that. They all pick up guns. They don't even have to buy off of what was an eco. Okay, Edward didn't quite make it to the corner where Happy was, but either way, that's just a free round given away entirely. And the AWP picked up, that's even bigger. Now Guardian gets that for free, can buy one in the next round regardless. That's huge, that's massive. Flamey's shot with that Deagle was pretty sick as well. It's not often you can bait out Kenny with a shoulder peek. Him and Guardian are the 2 fastest reactions, and sometimes it's a test of fate, but he makes it work.
Well then, now EnVyUs, after back-to-back eco wins for both teams here, it's going to be them on towards the Tech-9s and Deagles, and you have to say, these guys, very emotional team. It's going to affect them heavily going forward, but NaVi do edge themselves back into the lead here. They were sloppy before with their aggression, but you can see they're being pretty passive now, focusing towards middle as well. And they've got Guardian back on the orb. It's going to be Flamey to open things up, takes down MBK, sees chiming in as well. Simple round here for NaVi, finding 3 frags pretty quickly. Just going to be Devil and Happy remaining, trying to do what they can towards short here. Devil did show himself, but it's just going to be him left alone now. Has got the bomb in hand, but very limited in terms of options.
See what he can do inside of the smoke with the bomb. Tech-9, I believe, Henry.
You're always believing. You're an optimist, aren't you?
Optimus Prime is what I am, Henry. Don't tell anyone.
Let's have a look at the cash now coming in for EnVyUs. They will be able to get the AWP out back on towards Kenny S. And it's going to be a reasonable buy. Not going to have all the utility available. Won't have Molotovs. We're just going to have the AKs. 1 Gillo on towards MBK here as we enter round number 11. This is where NaVi have the chance to actually start mixing things up. They have tried the aggression with mixed results as well. It looks like they'll be boosting up towards short. Just going to be 1 player for now. We'll see what his plan is going forward. That's going to be Edward. He pushed off and got picked off by the PT50 before. Looks like he'll be going for more of a conservative play as he hides behind the steps of short, waiting for any rush, listening up the footsteps. And EnVyUs now trying to show presence towards middle, just firing off some shots here, but not actually there. You can see in the upper B tunnel, seized, trying to gain some intel here.
It's going to work out Edward against Devil, but Apex is there to trade against Edward. Nade's going to go down, do massive damage, flash as well, but it's beyond where Kenny is, and that gives him the chance to turn around and take down Zeus. Now they've got a chance to go for the entry. Guardian's gone all the way back toward the ramp. Flash is successful, tries to fire in. Throws out one of his own. He actually gets clipped through the edge of the wall, but it's Flamey. That looked like Guardian. Yeah. That would have been sexy as hell, but it's Flamey instead that hits the shot. Guardian spots just the foot, but they're slowing them down. They're buying so much time in the rotation. It's going to go toward Catwalk, which is where they're going to try, if they can even get that far to plant for. Good shot from Happy, but Flamey's there. It's down to just Kenny. 1 versus 2, and Seized has him. Oh, nearly not. Kenny spots it up, but misses the shot.
That would have been incredible if Kenny had somehow hit that one, but it's going to be NaVi taking round number 11 there. Pretty simple play from EnVyUs, trying to work the picks up towards short. Didn't really work out for them. Now they're trading effectively and making sure the AWP stayed alive. It's going to be another eco for them. It's been a lot of these going for the French side. Going to be back on towards PT50s and Tech-9s as well. 1 smoke, 1 flashbang. As I said before, normally most teams will favour towards a mid-split. I would actually say they're actually going to go for a contact B here, smoke in front of the tunnels and actually try and walk through, see if they can surprise the CTs. And looks like they may be doing exactly that as they start to edge their way towards it. It's going to be Flamey here. As he's waiting for him, here's the footsteps.
And just lines them up. 2 down already, continuing to walk in. Sees, steals that one out from in front of him. Tech-9 will get the second. Kenny goes down, it's last to Happy, who would love to try and just find a weapon at this point in time, but that's going to be hard work. I've got to figure out exactly where he is. Can walk up Catwalk if he likes. He's the one player he could try and isolate, but won't work. Edward from afar, easy shot, 8-4. We've double up now onto EnVyUs.
We've casted this map a couple of times recently for EnVyUs, Matt, and it seems like, so obviously we have the new boy coming in with Devil to decide. It seems like Dust2 is one of the maps he hasn't quite found his place yet. He said he's a change of role for him, a change of mentality for him. As he was a lurker before, now he's more of a support player. It seems like Dust2, he struggles to find frags. He's normally just part of the group of going in first or having to just try and pick up the flanks and stuff. He's currently on 3 for 10, hasn't had much impact whatsoever. We're into round number 13. Becoming quite a decisive lead for NaVi. And now they have got the double orb set up once again. It's going to be Guardian towards long. Sees looking towards the B tunnels as well, and you can see EnVyUs probably setting up for a long retake here. They're waiting for the base out the nades of the CTs and be flashing over, but there are 3 of them waiting for
Edward got so much information early on that it was too easy to read that. So they just brought everyone back down to make sure that that retake potential, like you're saying, to take over that long position doesn't work out in their favor. Once they've sort of slowed that aggression, as we can see now, Edward's going to stay here, and then they rotate the other 2 back. So it was really just a quick reaction from NaVi to make sure that didn't happen. So good read.
Here comes the retake, I think. Flashbang goes in. It's going to be Apex going first. Decent Molotov towards blue box as well. They're going to be taking down Edward here, but still too easy to battle as Guardian gets the kill for the smoke.
Sick play to get up on that wall as well. So well done, gets the first shot. Now he falls away. They have to because the wall of smokes is out of the mouth, and that means they can easily get toward pit. It's Kenny that they're going to leave there. But remember, he's on the AK, not the AWP. But once they have this position, they swing the core of the team, the other 3 players back toward Catwalk, and this is the split. So now they don't have long to play the angle. Guardian has to sit on top of the site, but Flamey, good read catch, is happy off. Guardian knows it. He knows one's in there. He finds it as well. Kenny through the smoke, and he's just waiting for the last player. NBK, welcome to your grave.
Guardian with another 3K there. It seems like EnVyUs are running out of ideas rapidly here, being quite telegraphed with their plays. We saw them go for the long retake there. Did get the initial entry as well, but Guardian just fearless, retaking through the smoke. Here it is on your screen right now. Gets that first kill, and just finds 2 more as well. This looks too easy for him at this stage. Just completely turreting on the A bomb site. Finds the 3rd, locks down EnVyUs completely. Round number 14. Difficult buy for EnVyUs once again. Tech-9s, 3 AKs. Doesn't seem like the key players really are showing up in terms of finding multiple kills there. They're going to be going for a faster strategy once again. It seems like 4 players towards middle. Could be going through those mid doors, trying to have MBK in the upper tunnel as well, trying to take away some of the attention.
Flash, though, caught Apex. They tried to get him in, but it worked out the other way around. It gives Zeus a chance to walk through. And as he distracts, Seas gets a free kill onto Kenny. But it's 1-for-1 all the way through until finally Edward gets the advantage. Good play from him again as he pushes out long. So constantly flanking from that position. Happy. He's on the CT side of the map, surrounded, missed timing to pull out the nade. How's he not dead yet, though? Jeez, my God, Edward. It's the 2nd time he's nearly missed an easy shot like that. But in the end, he gets it. That's all that matters, 10-4.
EnVyUs seem to be calling pretty set strategies at the start of the round. They're not going for any default sort of play. They're not feeling out the map whatsoever. That time, just go for a straight down mid split, 4 players out towards middle, 1 flashbang. And they're just losing exchanges every time. It's NaVi that's stepping up on the 1v1 duels and finding the frags and making sure they're trading effectively as well. That's just not happening for EnVyUs right now. It's the last round of the half, and one desperately EnVyUs needs. They're going to have another difficult buy. 2 pistols, 3 AKs. Have got the utility to play as well, but maximum loss bonus means they do have something to work with here. But Seas finds another simple kill onto MBK. They're going to be forcing through the smoke now.
Nade in to do damage. Couldn't find the op shot lineup inside of that smoke, but Flamey playing from the car easily takes them down when they try and jump in. Catches Kenny on the inside of the smoke. Good response from Happy to take Seas. That's back sight. Now it has to switch to the pistol for Flamey, but he needs to be careful because the flash comes through, catches him off. And now Happy can fall from this. The problem is Bomb still in the sight. Has to come in. Finds Zeus on the edge of the smoke. Spots the window. AK. Spray nearly again. Edward down to 8. He's putting us on the edge of our seat in all the wrong ways, Edward, but he's still finding them.
Just about wins that round. It seems like NaVi had that one tied up. It looked very easy up until that stage. Simple frag onto MBK to open things up, and they actually had Flamey finding a couple of kills as well, but Happy posting some decent results in the clutch situations. Not actually winning any of them, they're finding frags. That's a massive problem here. EnVyUs only pick up 4 rounds, Matt, after winning the pistol. They went up 3-0 and only won 1 gun round after that. That's a massive problem for them going forward. It seemed like they really were lost in terms of what NaVi were doing. It's not like NaVi were even going hyper-aggressive or locking them down. They're just waiting for the EnVyUs to do their basic strats going into that one. Never really worked enough defaults for me. Like, we saw them try to just go for set targets and objectives at the start of the rounds. We saw them just go straight towards long, trying to do that long retake, and straight toward the mid-split. They weren't just kind of spreading themselves out enough and working picks, just kind of couldn't find anything for their money, and then NaVi just capitalizing that double AWP setup, especially Cease delivering once again. 18 for 9 for him. Guardian not even having the biggest game of his life. He only gets 10 kills, but still very impactful frags to open up rounds, and good trades with him and Cease going into this one. So second half, a must-win pistol for EnVyUs. They won the first, so let's see if they can deliver again.
And talk about just the swing and how this went. Good point as well. Win the pistol, get 4 rounds only 1 gun round, in fact. But then they got that reset. They lose to an eco. That was it for them. That killed all the momentum in that half. And you talked about it, just that single mistake.
Just silly mistakes, though. Can't be making those mistakes at the semi-final.
So Guardian's going to stay back towards spawn, try and get some information early on. He sticks to a Glock, trying to save all his money. A little bit of utility deployed. He threw out the smoke toward middle, but now it's an exchange. Kenny again, who's been absolutely perfect so far in these pistol rounds. Remember in the first one, he got 4 kills to give EnVyUs the win.
That seems like the storyline for most of the rounds are winning. Someone has to find 4 or 5 kills just to get them around at this point, but NaVi will be getting control of short here. Guardians towards long as well, trying to do what they can, just completely pincering Apex on the site there. He gets dropped, and now the CT's on a horrible retake. Happy in towards CT spawn, and actually no one with any real estate on the map whatsoever. They're gonna have to try and find a godlike headshot here, and it's gonna be 2 of them coming in. That helps, and now they have the man advantage as well. NBK has gone down to 1 HP, but Happy, aggressive, trying to find the next kill.
Edward's still on top of the site. MBK so low, this Tech 9. It could be the death of him. Edward, if he finds the first kill easily enough, but he still has the bomb down. He has to go back toward quad to grab it. Such a low. There's no need to face this NBK. He's got bomb. He just needs to sit back. The more he faces, the sooner Edward's gonna find him. Exactly that. And now it comes down to the one-on-one. Happy's got the knife out. He's run out of ammo.
No way.
He's out of ammo. He's got to find a pistol. Does get there just in time because Edward goes to the bomb, but that could have been it. That face from MBK could have cost them a round. It is the exchange going the other way, down to 9 HP. 26 for Happy, a shot either direction, and the jump from Happy saves it.
What a situation that was. He ran out of ammo on his USP. We saw them going for that NOA stack at the middle doors. He was spamming through the smoke so much. We saw it at the start of the round, didn't get anything for it. And then the retake from CT as well. I said they had to hit some absolutely god-tier shots there. They did deliver. It was Happy and NBK to find them, to get them back into that round. Almost slipped away from them. Edward did everything he could, unable to clutch it this time. And NB win the second pistol here and get themselves 5 rounds on the board. Of course, actually, this is interesting. I was going to say NaVi should be saving going into the next round, but they didn't get the bomb down, so that was denied by Happy, so they will be forcing into this with Tech 9s and Deagles. Got a couple of smoke grenades as well. 5 players towards mid right now. It's looking like Edward will be looking for the long push as well.
Happy gonna hold close range with that MP7 as well. From Oz spots up Apex, gets all the information that they're on the ramp, but Happy doesn't actually go for the peak. Once Apex goes down, it's pretty much giving away a second kill without any support. So he had to fall off of it. If Apex could have stayed alive a little bit longer, kept them busy, got them lower, it could have been an easy push in, but now the flash is out. Happy has to fall off. This full duration sprays into it because he's blinded and has to get down over the wall. Just barely does so.
They're lucky to be alive in that stage. They're going to be trying to hold him off now. The jumping MP9 somehow works out for Devil. He gets the kill as Guardian. MBK from long as well chiming in, so they should be able to secure this round. He gets the double, and the round is secured. It got a bit hairy at that stage once Apex dropped, but they do recover and keep 4 players alive, so still signs of life here for EnVyUs. They don't look happy about it, but they do win the round pretty convincingly in the end. So now NaVi will be on the full eco. As we're going to number 18, so EnVyUs definitely can justify the SMGs at this point. MP7s, MP9, Scout's still on MBK. We talk about him being one of the most deadly Scout players at times. Not so much recently, but we'll see whether he can continue to form here. Lower B play coming in now.
Yep, Happy already aggressive. Kenny has to go in through the tunnels though, because this is the exact situation again where he would be alone. It would be an SMG, not a rifle given away, but still weapons you don't want to lose and give to the enemy to give them any chance at all. Sees does find Kenny. Okay. Happy's going to hold the off angle. He was going to go out and try and peek with him, go for the double face, but they couldn't afford to do so. Apex will win against Flamey, and now Happy's position starts to be viable. Apex just picking them apart as well with that long range. Good nade in, starts the damage off. He closes it as well with the MP7.
Dropping the first frag to a Glock then as well, but they managed to pick it up. Happy finds the last 2 frags with the MP7. And I think we're going to the first gun round here for NaVi without an AWP on towards Guardian as well. That force by, interesting that he would be in part of that as well. It seems like he will be on the AK and no utility at the moment. But he's trying to keep his money a little bit stronger. But there we go, Smokers 2 flashbangs. But EnVyUs now, we've got Kenny S, who was amazing on Mirage yesterday with the AWP on the CT side. Let's see whether he can hold the B side here. It's going to be a fast play actually. Guardian coming in first with the AK, trying to go for the face, but Kenny is waiting for him. Could be 3 players, actually make it 4 in the upper B tunnels now. Should be an easy kill for Kenny, surely.
Got the lineup, misses again. As he peeks up and Flamey takes him down, times it perfectly with the AK. Puts a lot of pressure on Apex, blinded up, fading away, tries to get a reload. Seized is there, and Happy aggressive. Looked like he was just gonna go. Again, he's gonna get caught with the nade out. Zeus
What?
snaps back against NBK. First gun round, gone. EnVyUs with nothing.
As I said, Kenny S had to be finding one at that point. He got 2 shots, 2 bites of the cherry, but didn't manage to land a single thing. NaVi just waiting. There are 4 players ready to rip his head off. And I think we are going to have a timeout for EnVyUs after this round. It is about to come in. That was sloppy. It seemed like NaVi just had to go a very simple play. 4 players all to beat tunnels. Wait for Kenny to face again. And normally shots we expect him to hit just weren't landing there. So the timeout comes in. Probably a good time at this point. EnVy still have cash to buy into this. You can see NBK on 6K. Happy as well, similar sort of stance for him. It's just Apex has been struggling a little bit. He's currently on 8 for 16. He hasn't had the best game. He's one of the star players we look to be finding frags and exchanging with Kenny S as well, but hasn't been happening so far. NaVi take the first gun round, and now they have the AWP on Guardian as well. So it's going from bad to worse. Once again, EnVyUs pick up the pistol, get the 3-0, and as soon as it matters, they start crumbling.
Yeah, I mean, again, Kenny, 3 players facing on the first time. 4 players get in that tunnel. He can't even find the shot, the lineup.
It was the first shot. That's what he should have just been nailing that one, and then he could have stayed alive. He didn't even have to face at that stage. He just hit that first one. There's no pressure on him. He was waiting for them to next move, and they had to come out of the tunnels. But
yeah, and even if he stays alive to help Apex in that situation, because then he distracts. They have to look at both angles.
Well, and they will be taking some time just to discuss what they can do going forward. The EnVyUs timeout used to be legendary. We'll see whether they can find any form going into this next one. Still just working out how they'll buy into this. So they're having a look at the money right now. They could go double AWP if they wanted to. It's just Apex is very low. I assume they'll just go single AWP on towards Kenny. Try and balance out the money and dropping Apex a FAMAS at this stage. You have to feel it's only the pistols so far that are keeping EnVyUs actually even making this game competitive. The gun rounds have been very lackluster indeed. Buy comes in. 3 M4s so far. MBK has got the 6K. He can drop the AWP. There's very jovial scenes in the NaVi camp on the screen right now. It doesn't look like they're under pressure at all. Just enjoying themselves.
To be fair, 4 rounds after getting a pistol, NaVi has been dominating most of the important rounds in this game, so there's no reason for them to feel any pressure in this situation. Again, they've got the advantage with the guns, but it is a reset potential if they can find this EnVyUs right now. If they can get this back to a 3-1 reset, have no bonus going the way of NaVi, and get them onto pistols for 1, possibly even a light buy in the second round afterwards, they can bring this back to 12-9, 12-10 pretty quickly.
So we go into round number 20 now. The AWP has been purchased on MBK, but he's not dropping it by the looks of things. He's going to be using the AWP map. This is one of the interesting debates with this lineup. And he's not like he had an amazing spawn or anything. He actually had quite a poor one. He'll be going towards long. So to be fair, Kenny S has been playing very well with the rifle as well. It's not a big deal, but you'd expect Kenny S, the world's best AWP next to Guardian, to be wielding that weapon. It's going to be MBK this time.
You have to wonder, well, if maybe that has a confidence thing based on missing some of those shots that we talked about. But Devil's pushed up in behind the doorway. Atmon goes for a face, aggressive face at that. There's really no need.
They got the
flash.
first frag.
Yeah, there's no flash over on that either. 2 players take him down. Then they have to force to rotate MBK off this, and they find a kill on Apex.
Shocking.
Who also pushes through smoke.
Absolutely shocking. They get the first frag, and the Devil, why would you push like that? That's nuts. That's one of the most least favorable angles for a CT. He can be in T-spawn, he can be on the box on the right, and be behind the door. There's absolutely, makes no sense to be going for that face. You're absolutely right, but there it is. NaVi do find the frags. I think Apex pushed into the upper tunnels after they exchange. Now it's going to be happy that gets dropped as well. It's just so many one-on-one battles here, and looks like EnVyUs losing it every single time. MBK with that AWP now is going to find one, but that's all he's going to find, as he's the last player remaining. They know exactly where he is as well. The bomb will be making his way to the B side. MBK gets a chance to take down Zeus, but now they know exactly what's going on. He can fall back, flash him off, just delay him, and give him no options whatsoever to win this round.
He's not going to go for this either, because their money's gone, so saving that AWP is massive. And it's the problem now is that if he can't cross over and get toward pick, get toward long, there's a real chance he can't save this, and Guardian staring that position down from mid right now. There it is. There's the face. MBK does win it. Now he's got a chance to save the weapon. Seized has gone all the way, wrapping around through T-spawn. So yeah, it's another situation where you leave a bomb behind, but as we can tell, and as they know, there's no ninja here. No ninja here, Henry.
Never say never, Matt. Remember what happened on Inferno.
Yeah. It was MBK alive in that situation, too.
You're right. He was the one that dropped. He was on the bomb site. But, Boots on the other for this. Ooh. God, that scared me. Didn't know there was fire today. Okay, calm down, everyone. It's all fine. It's part of the show. Right. 13-7 then.
First time we've seen that all game, because no one really needed a bomb plant on the other half. EnVy was shutting everything down. They only had one. That's the other aspect of this. They only had 1 defuse out of all those rounds that they won, which shows you how little EnVyUs were even able to get the bomb down on their T side.
Well, simple B play coming in from NaVi, sticking together, make sure they're getting all the frags here, and that's going to be going perfectly for them so far. Apex and Kenny S drop. MBK trying to come in the flank. He's taken down by C's as well. This is going 14-7. This game is pretty much tight at this point. EnVyUs just look done. The only rounds they've got so far is pistol rounds, and they seem to be forgetting key fundamentals of Counter-Strike. The last gun round especially, you saw they get their first pick. Devil just suiciding himself towards those long doors was disgraceful, I have to say. But now we go into number 22. They did save in the last one. Still, the money not balanced as of yet. FAMAS on towards Kenny S. MBK on the scouts. No, well, they've got 1 kit, not much utility to play with. This should be a simple affair for NaVi in this one.
And Devil's gonna go out toward long, play it from a side pick, close up behind barrels. Now that he's in that position, they rotate NBK back toward A. He's going for more of a swing approach to this. C's gonna start things off against Apex. That's again over left side as well, inside of B by the fence. Trying to play unorthodox and find a desperate way to get kills on the NaVi on entry. Kenny follows up the same position, thinking, all right, they won't look there twice, and then guess what? It gets Molotov'd off, so nothing EnVyUs can do right now to try and make this work. A's gonna be the approach. MBK, scout in hand, jump shot, hits it on Guardian. He's got a chance for more, but Flamey catches him in midair with the AK. Happy now just waiting for heads to show up. Has to play this from the rip, does find the one on to Edward. The bomb just getting into get position to be planted now, and Flamey taking down Devil at long is half the retake potential gone. Now they're gonna go for the boost. Kenny was looking toward elevator, but Happy wants to lurk around on his own, doesn't spot behind the barrels. Flamey's timing is perfect. And now it's all on to Kenny. One shot, successful. Two actually does get, but not much he can get after that. It's 15-7. Map point for NaVi, not with a pistol in this game.
How many times have we seen that for EnVyUs? Someone getting so close to winning a clutch and then just not finding the final frag, leaving the last time on very low HP. Kenny's the one who gives it a go that round, but unable to find the final frag there. So potentially the last round of Dust2 here. As you can see, EnVyUs with a famous 5-7s and a scout. This should be a 16-7. I think that scoreline's flattering for EnVyUs. I don't think they even deserve the amount of frags they got, the amount of rounds they got at this point. Been very, very poor. And it's going to be Zeus to open things up. He takes down Apex. And now 4 players remain. As long as NaVi stick together and make sure they don't give anything away too silly, this should be a done deal. We can see Devil towards long by himself with the 5-7. He's got a player waiting for him in the form of Edward. Not really much he can do to win this battle.
Happy up close. Zeus. Gonna try and face this at mid. Seized is there, so they can try and trade it off, but they've rotated out MBK. The smoke's off on CT. They should have an awareness that this is gonna happen, and Happy goes to the face in the flash, but Seized catches it. And he also finds MBK immediately after, so both players at mid gone. Devil does win one against Edward. It keeps them in the position of long, but that's not gonna do much because knowing that they've won mid, they're gonna wrap around and try and catch off Kenny, who's playing in the corner, the unorthodox position, so he can't be spotted from the doors. Flash in, Edward, Flamey knows that he's pushing, and it's on to Devil.
Yes. And this will be for the first map in this best of 3. It's the first semi-final. It looks like NaVi will be taking this first one very convincingly indeed. There's the final frag. Seas takes it. 1-0. NaVi didn't